How many of you guys like to play video games? How many of you guys like to go out for an adventure? Maybe not just sitting behind your computer, your cell phone, but actually getting out. Kind of like what they did with Pokemon Go. Get out of the house, go do something. Well, there was a guy that I came across, Kimon Lycos from Forever Has Fallen. He talked to me about this new game concept. Kind of hard for me to explain, but I'm going to let him go ahead and talk to you about what this crazy, crazy new concept in gaming is going to be from a game called Forever Has Fallen. Today's show is sponsored by Be Charity. World charity in one place. Donate to your favorite charity. Fully transparent, easy access. BeCharity.io. Check out BeCharity.io today and tell them that good old Crypto the Wonder Dog sent you. All right, here we go. Let's start the show now. Man, we're talking across the oceans. Across massive oceans to do this. It's crazy. Man, 5 years ago.
Time.
Oh, man.
It's Friday here.
It's Friday. I'm talking to the future. Man, I'm sure you hear that all the time, though.
That's it.
Oh, wow. So what's it like over there right now?
It is pretty cool. What's that?
What's it like over there right now? Date is it's what time is that? I don't. It's 18 hours ahead or?
It's nearly 11:30 in the morning.
11:30 in the morning on Friday. Wow.
Yep, 25 degrees, which is what, about 75 Fahrenheit.
Oh, look at that! It's like summertime over there. It kind of is summertime, right, over there?
Yeah, it's kind of coming into autumn. So yeah,
it's coming into autumn.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, fall.
Oh, fall. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
God damn you Americans, you change everything.
I know, it was us. It was us.
Yeah. Screw you guys, we're having our own system. We're making our own shit up.
You are. You're the only time zone that's 30. That's off the 30-minute, not a whole full hour, but a full 30 minutes off of our time zone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So we're talking to my buddy Kimon Lycos from Down Under for this new ICO that's coming out. Forever Has Fallen, powered by Forever Coin. Blockchain gamification using transmedia and blockbuster story. What is this all about?
So we're looking at a way of how we could gamify blockchain and also do so in a way that's not going to clog up the TPS as well of Ethereum. And I think that's an important point to make because at the moment the infrastructure is really being built for this stuff. So I guess some people may classify us as a bit of a DApp for blockchain.
Yeah.
So one thing that we're making sure of is that when we release this, that we're not going to be clogging up or sort of like creating a traffic jam on the infrastructure that's being built. So that's one clever thing that we're doing. The other thing that we're doing is using smart contracts and a coin, which is completely integrated with a game. So smart contracts is a way for players to be able to complete challenges within the game, get rewarded with coin, and the utility of the coin happens both online and offline. So we've created a game economy which allows you to buy things within the game such as digital goods, collectibles, merchandise, but you can also pay for fan-based experiences in the real world as well, like stuff with things like meetups and getting together, solving challenges, and even escape rooms are part of the plan as well.
Oh, wow. So this is going to be a PC game, right?
Okay. Yeah, so we're creating our own uncontested market space here. So a lot of work went into the upfront strategy. So when we say game, people quite often think it's going to be like a manipulating a character or something across a screen, or like a Nintendo or an Xbox type game.
Okay.
We're not doing that for a number of good reasons. One, the cost of doing those kinds of games is horrendous. So that comes with a huge technical risk. But it's also then the integration with or utilization of blockchain and smart contracts and that kind of technology. It doesn't really work with trying to create that kind of video game environment. What we want is to create an immersive world where people interact with characters using transmedia. So if people aren't familiar with transmedia, very quickly, it's just a fancy way of saying all these different media types like social media, SMS, Telegram, real-world events, websites and email and stuff like that. So basically transcending different media. So our core concept of Forever Has Fallen is a blockbuster story. That story will be told using various types of media where you interact with characters and interact with the game. And in doing so, you play the game. And basically playing the game means that you are given different challenges, different projects, different puzzles, different assignments that you have to fulfill, and fulfilling those things, then you ignite a smart contract and you get rewarded with Forever Coin. And Forever Coin's very central to the story as well.
Wow, that's kind of mind blowing. I mean, this is something completely new I've never heard of, and I'm kind of I've got like a million questions on this thing.
It's exciting because the first thing that we did was to make sure that before we did anything around blockchain or technology or anything, I said to my team, forget about the technology. The first thing we have to do is come up with a blockbuster story.
A story.
If we can't do that, then forget it.
Yeah, the story. If it's a great story, that it's going to fit on any platform. So what?
Exactly. Like we could make a book out of it.
Really?
And people would be engaged, The fact that we've got all this global technology, which I look as more or less as a distribution system. So instantly from day one, we've got two things. One, global distribution, and two, a very, very low barrier to entry for our players, because everyone knows how to use Twitter, email, SMS, and so forth. So there's no user adaptation there.
Okay. And who came up with the story?
We all did, actually, in the team. We sort of worked out, like, this is the kind of story that we want. So what we've got is kind of like a combination. Do you remember the movie The Fugitive?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of a combination of The Fugitive with Harrison Ford and the story, like Billions. You know the TV series Billions?
Oh, yeah, with Paul Giamatti.
So it's kind of a combination of that. Because what we've got is we've got a CEO who has spent his lifetime trying to create a technical project called the Forever Engine. The Forever Engine, the purpose of that is to generate digital immortality for the masses. So he's created that, then he creates a company called the Forever Social, and that becomes $1 billion startup based in Stockholm, Sweden. Things are going beautifully. He's the darling of the business world, and then boom, he turns up to work one day, and it's just total chaos. His best friend and CTO, he discovers, has been murdered brutally. The funds for the company has been destroyed, and his life work, the Forever Engine, has been also destroyed. Now, he realizes he's been framed and set up for this, so he goes on the run. So now he's got Interpol chasing him, and he's got some pretty pissed off investors as well. So they hire an assassin to go after him. You can see this all on our trailer. So basically you enter the game where he recruits you and says, hey, look, I'm innocent of all this. I've been set up. What I've got is I've got my own cryptocurrency, Forever Coin. If you help me out to work out what's the truth, I'll reward you with Forever Coin. And from there, you start performing challenges and getting to know different characters in the story. So you can become friends with people with characters on Facebook. They'll send you emails. They'll send you text messages. There's websites to explore. So, for example, we've created the Forever Social website, and you can check that out. It's foreversocial.com and investigate that company. You can see their trading history. You can see their staff. You can hook up with them on Facebook. You can send them messages and stuff. So it's about creating an immersive world based upon the story, so that you start playing the game by interacting with characters, looking for clues, and trying to figure out what's the truth. And the thing that keeps you on edge during the game are two things. One, are you actually helping this guy to actually uncover the truth, or are you helping him to cover your tracks? And two, have you put a target on your own back? And that there may be some cool and ominous things that happen in the background that I don't want to share too much and give spoilers away, but yeah, is the hunter becoming the hunted sort of stuff.
So you're interacting with the hero, right?
With the hero and with other characters in the story.
And you're also interacting with other players, right?
Yeah, big time. So we want this to be a genuine community, because I believe firmly in two things around blockchain. One, it should be a community-based technology. And two, the purpose of the token is to help fuel a game economy upon which the community lives with and enjoys. So we want to do a lot of things where we connect fans with other fans. But another really cool feature is that we want to invite the most dedicated fans to help us to build the game, to build the world. And in doing so, they can earn Forever Coin as well. So that's about creating experiences for other fans to enjoy. And there we can create a marketplace where if you create a great experience for other fans, that's part of the storyline, and fans use it, then you get rewarded with more coin.
Wow, so people can actually get involved with the story, not just playing the game, but getting involved with the story and the company.
They can actually build. So the whole thing is to try to create a true decentralized organization where fans can actually take on different roles, different levels of authority. And if you really want to get into this and earn as many coins as you can, then go for it. But the community decides what they say is quality content. So if you get into it and you're just trying to generate coin for the sake of, you won't be able to do that, because if the experiences you create bomb, then you won't be allowed to do it anymore.
If your story sucks,
as voted by the community.
Well, so this makes you really think about bringing quality to this, and then you're going to get rewarded for bringing quality entertainment to the masses here too.
Yeah, exactly. So so we're looking at different partners, and I don't want to go into who these are for future announcements, but we're looking at different partners where fans will have the tools available where they can get stock images to use. They'll be able to get help with video production to use. They can get simple tasks. So, for example, maybe one of the characters who used to work for the Forever Social creates a debate on Facebook, and we'll get different teams of fans to be either for or against. And so maybe the question is Carl Axel Mathiasson, who's the main character, is he guilty or is he innocent?
Yeah.
And if you get involved in that debate, then you'll get rewarded with coin, because what you've done is create an experience for other fans to come across that debate and go, oh, okay, well, this is why some people think he's innocent. This is why people think he's guilty. You can make a comment yourself, but there will also be perhaps a clue in there, which leads on to something else, which can help solve another piece of the puzzle.
Wow. So when you said video, so is this going to be something where people can actually watch like portions of movies during this?
You betcha.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you can get a taste of that from our trailer.
Okay.
It's just fully immersive world, and the part behind why we're doing what we're doing is basically very strategic. I've worked in my current consultancy, so we're an established business. We've been around for quite a long time. We've published our Australian business numbers so people can check us out on Australian government websites to make sure that we're legit. But I've worked with a lot of different startups and a lot of different globally competitive businesses over the years. And in doing this, we wanted to make sure that we had a globally competitive model because we want to go global from day one. And that's why we're doing the transmedia strategy, because we're able to create a game without incurring a lot of the technical and cost risks that are associated with traditional game development. And we're able to work that out as well with one of our partners called Mighty Kingdom, who is a global games company. They've sold games to Disney and Lego and so forth. So we've got a very clear understanding about what game economy means and also game development means. Yeah. So this is a deliberate strategy to create our own uncontested market space where if we're successful, we're not hurting anyone. A lot of the startups, and especially a lot of the ICOs that you're seeing, if they're successful, that means the banking sector or some major industry or some major company is going to feel pain. And that's a huge risk because those big gorillas, those big incumbents do not want to feel pain. They're not going to let some little guy take market share from them. No. But what we're doing, we're not going to hurt anyone. We're creating our own market space and hopefully a whole new type of industry where other people look at it and go, hey, that's a really smart idea. Okay, so let's come up with our own story and let's use transmedia in this way.
And yeah, this I was about to say, this sounds like something that's a brand new market where other people get involved with their own games. And I suppose this would be something that you guys would be branching off and creating more games, right?
Yeah, exactly. For Forever Has Fallen, the key to it is to keep the community alive and keep the community engaged. So we have a number of strategies in place to be able to do that. So that we stay relevant to the community. I can't go into what those are because that's, again, sort of like taking you to the back of the book. We're very clear about what our responsibility is to the community, and that is to create an awesome experience that you do not want to leave.
Wow. And so this is something that people aren't going to be buying discs for or anything. This is something that's on the blockchain that you get involved with, and you can share with your friends. Your friends can get involved, and the more people that you get involved, is there rewards for getting people involved with this?
Yeah. So we've got, as I said, a whole game economy mapped out, and it's all available on foreverhasfallen.com. Okay. But basically, you earn token for either participating in the game or for contributing to the game or for helping the game. So things such as helping us to build the game and to build the world and experiences for just participation and doing things and achieving things within the game earns you status as well, which is recorded on the blockchain ledger. Or for helping to promote the game. So doing things like Twittering about us, Facebooking, different forms of promotion, and of course recruiting people will also earn you token. Just on the recruitment part, we only have one level. We definitely don't want to make anything that is a Ponzi scheme or anything. So it's not like you recruit someone and then they recruit someone and then they blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's you recruit someone, they come in, that's it. There's no multi-level kind of crap that goes on with this. Right. It's just very straight. It's basically a referral like any other referral program.
Now, so this is a mixed media type of a game. Is there going to be an opportunity for people to actually really interact with some of these characters? Are they going to be involved, like filming or anything like that?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, wow.
Everything from like getting rewarded with an experience. So, for example, if you're, the things that we've got planned is if you're one of the elite players, in line with the story, one of the characters would reward you and maybe 10 other fans with going to see, I don't know, the Boston Celtics.
Oh, my God.
In a corporate box. And you're there as part of the game to solve a puzzle, but to also just have an awesome experience with other dedicated fans.
So you're playing a game and watching and being involved with a great entertainment, forum at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
we want to integrate the online and offline experience. And in doing that, we're creating a genuine community where people are feeling part of the community.
Mm-hmm.
They can help build the community. They can contribute to the community and ultimately have an awesome time and make a whole heap of new relationships and new friendships.
Wow. And so, yeah, you could have friends all over the world doing this and then have a meetup where everyone gets to meet some of their players from across the world.
Yeah, exactly. And some
God.
players will have a higher status than others.
Yeah.
So they could become sort of like game rock stars. That kind of stuff as well, I think will be pretty cool. And ultimately what I think will be really amazing for people, I mean, I've been working in branding and advertising for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Both in Europe and in Asia. And the thing that really excites me about this whole blockchain and providing your own currency for a community is that's going to generate brand loyalty and brand engagement like nothing else. Because if you're part of the community that's being fueled by your own currency, people form very strong relationships with currencies. I mean, in the US, people are very proud of the greenback.
Yes.
In Germany, before the euro, Germans were very proud of the Deutschmark and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's probably a big reason why, like in England, people are very proud of the pound. So if we've got people who have got a very strong relationship with the currency, they're going to promote the game, they're going to promote the community, they're going to promote the currency so that the currency's healthy and strong, which means we've got brand loyalty, which goes through the roof. If people start getting tattoos, then I know that we've been very successful.
Wow. And so I see on here that the token sale is going to be announced soon, right?
Yeah, so we're just making sure there's a couple of things, making sure that our smart contract is completely clean and clear. So we divided up the development of the smart contract and the minting of the tokens between two different organisations for best practice governance. So one company, a world-class blockchain company in Russia, has done all the development work for coding. And then we've got a world-class development company in Adelaide, literally 10 minutes away from my office.
Oh, yeah.
So that, and they've been doing all the auditing, the checking, and they'll do the deployment of the token. And I've got a long relationship with those guys as well. So, not that I don't trust our friends in Russia, but it's just good governance, I think.
Yeah. So take me through your team here a little bit. Some of the people that you've been working with developing this entity.
So the way that we've created the organisation is to make sure that we're leveraging our world-class skills and capabilities, and then drawing upon the world-class expertise of other entities that we simply don't have, and it's just too damn expensive to be able to build that competence. So one of the first things that we did was to make a partnership with Mighty Kingdom, who have created global games. But the interesting thing with Mighty Kingdom isn't actually the game development. That's not the most interesting thing from our point of view. Mighty Kingdom are real experts in game economics and game psychology, because we need to make sure that the experience that we provide is commercially viable to be able to have a successful business. but also that the game itself is going to be addictive and desirable to play. And that's where Mighty Kingdom have been an exceptional partner in providing us guidance with how to set this up correctly. And then we've brought on a heap of blockchain expertise. For example, Al Jahari, he's the ex-CTO of a global company called Best in Food. And he's actually got a patent based on blockchain and traceability. So he's got a lot of expertise in creating blockchain solutions, which enable you to track premium wine, premium food, all the way from Australia into Chinese markets, and for anti-counterfeiting measures as well. In terms of making sure that we've got good governance and good strategy, Anastasia and Adrian both come from very strong corporate backgrounds. And Adrian used to be the managing director of a large German defence company called Rheinmetall. And Anastasia has spent, I think, about 10, 15 years or so as a active angel investor in technology startups, mostly focused in the Nordic region. So those two guys have been, between them, have been extremely helpful.
Okay.
God, I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. We've got Alexandra in Russia, who's been the developer of the code, managing partner of a 200-man operation there.
200-person operation. Wow.
Yeah, so he's so everything. I think it's really important to make it clear to everyone that everything that we've been doing has been with a real strong strategic intent as well.
Yeah.
I'm determined to make this $1 billion business, and I can't see any reason why we can't, given that we've got three very large market opportunities to draw upon, being the games industry and digital goods, being transmedia, which is also a $1 billion market, and the way that streaming video on demand, so your Netflixes, your Amazon and so forth, they've proven that people want to get engaged in a long-term relationship with high-quality content and complex stories, complex characters like Game of Thrones, Billions.
Oh, my gosh,
and so forth. So, so that's basically the way that we set it up. And then my own team, we're all highly experienced people from the advertising and branding community. The reason why I got into this was we've been looking at how to globalize our business, and being a professional service provider, it's extremely hard to scale that. And I love my team, and hopefully they love me. And so someone called out, I love you, Kimon. Thanks, guys. So it was like, what could we do together to create a global business that's got instant scalability and that is a competitive business model as well? And that's where this came from.
Well, yeah, I mean, video games are just blowing up. It seemed like, when my kids were small, that every 6 months there was a new console coming out or a new game, and then you had to go buy a new cards and the system and controllers and crap, and it just it was just never ending. But this sounds like something that so many other people could get involved with, whether you're a gamer or if you're you enjoy movies or stories, and you've got these great team with you that's going to be developing these other things, and being able to interact with the characters is unbelievable, on a real scale.
Yeah, and that's been proven so that's where transmedia really comes in, where so transmedia's history comes from basically being part of marketing for Hollywood films. So one quick example was with one of the Batman movies. I think they did this in LA. There was a telephone number was written in the sky. And if you phone that number, there was a message waiting for you from the Joker. So it's that kind of stuff where it's been used as a good marketing gimmick, but to give fans a new experience with the characters in the story.
And when we worked out a way of using transmedia to actually so that people could play a game and then gamify blockchain, we're like, far out, man, this is awesome.
Oh, man.
And we just been going for it.
Well, it looks very cool. And I've been looking at your partners, your team, the advisors. I'm excited for the token sale. I have a lot of friends that are gamers, and this is something that I'm sure is just going to blow their mind. I'm not a gamer myself, but I love movies. I got a movie background, and I love good stories, and being able to interact with these characters is kind of what I like that part of it. It seems really great.
Yeah, that's going to be the fun part, especially for the fans.
Oh yeah. So when this happens, and I know you can't tell us when it happens, how would people know? Obviously, besides going to the website, where else can people stay in touch with you?
So you can jump on. So if you just want to keep up to date with what's going on, we've got a Telegram group that's set up. We haven't started marketing yet, so we haven't got many in there at the moment. But jump on, stay patient, and we'll start releasing news through that.
Okay.
If you're interested in the token sale itself, we've got whitelisting. We also have KYC in place as well. So just make sure people are aware of that we're following best practices for business. But yeah, if you're interested, you can jump on the whitelist. You can just indicate how many tokens you want to buy. And again, we'll keep you up to date with what's happening when we're progressing, and when we hit the go button, you'll be the first to know.
Wow. Well, I want to be involved with this. There's just a few of these things that I really take a liking to, and I just kind of fell in love with this whole thing. I encourage everyone to go on here to foreverhasfallen.com, watch the video. We maybe throw the video on at the end of this interview here, where people can watch it here, and it's just it sounds like so much fun, and just being able to bring this to the blockchain, and you never, man, just so many different opportunities that the blockchain and has created for people, and wow, it's just mind blowing, man.
Yeah, and I think that's a really great thing for innovation and for enterprise, where a company located in Adelaide, South Australia, I mean, we're a small city, but we're able to create a globally competitive business and go global from day one. And that's really, really awesome.
Yeah.
For us, and I think for the industry. And the thing that really excites me around blockchain, actually, apart from my own business, is what it's going to do for developing nations, where they're going to get a lot of benefit very quickly. So that's going to be cool too.
Crazy. Wow. This is so much fun. Man, I can't wait to get involved with this.
No worries, man.
All right. Well, hey, man, it's been great talking to you, and let's definitely stay in touch. Keep our audience surprised of what's happening with Forever's Fallen, and we'll just keep a little updated tally going on the side of our site here, and just keep talking about this.
You betcha. Thanks a lot for your time, really.
My name is Carl Axel Mathiasen, founder and CEO of the Forever Social. Stockholm's 8th unicorn. Yeah, that rich famous asshole has been promising digital immortality. In the past 20 hours, I've found my best friend and CTO without her face. Literally, her nose was on the wall next to the bullet holes. My life's work, the Forever engine, has been destroyed. And with it, $1 billion fortune. Everyone is pissed. The police, Interpol, and some investors. I got this message 2 hours ago. So here I am, in a secret location, running for my life, framed for murder, fraud, and theft of hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm gonna need your help. Together, we will discover the truth. You'll need to solve challenges, take delivery of special packages, and have some faith. Helping me might make enemies, but hey, I have a fortune in cryptocurrency, so I'll pay you. We can get rich together with Forever Coin. There is one thing we know, what the headlines around the world will now be. They say, if it bleeds, it leads. There is a lot of blood out there. More to come.
Imagine you're contacted by a technology genius who founded a billion-dollar startup, and he has had a really bad day. He finds his CIO murdered in the office and more than $700 million stolen from his company. To top it all off, his source code and platform, a masterpiece of technology, has been destroyed. Now he's hunted by Interpol agents and ruthless assassins funded by some very upset and powerful investors. He needs you to help prove his innocence. To do this, you'll track down information on websites and social media and be ready to take action when he contacts you by SMS or email. Grateful for your help to clear his name, he will reward you with Forever Coin. But while you're hunting for the truth, who is hunting you? This is Forever Coin. Forever Coin is a utility token we've created for a new era of gaming by utilizing blockchain. It's the token at the heart of Forever Has Fallen, an addictive, immersive gaming experience. Part blockbuster entertainment using transmedia storytelling, part real-world experiences with other fans and players. With Forever Coin, we exploit an untapped use for blockchain, gamifying dApps like smart contracts and using the blockchain ledger to verify each player's game progress, along with ownership of in-game digital goods or collectibles. The smart contract templates facilitate rewards for players for each completed task or challenge. Forever Coin earned can be used for in-game purchases and purchases with our partners in the real world. This includes experiences, meetups, and other activities that are relevant to the game, helping to build a meaningful online and offline community. We believe this is the start of something massive. Our use of blockchain in a game and the creation of a token with genuine utility are two crucial elements that will generate a global community and have a stake in the game and the health of the token. We see a new type of gaming community becoming a decentralized, autonomous organization. For example, players will create content for other players to experience and to be judged on to gain rewards or status with no central authority. You can get an idea of where we want to take this by checking out my Medium account. So on behalf of the Kimon Lycos team, we look forward to welcoming you into the Forever Has Fallen community and growing the Forever Coin token.
Today's show is sponsored by Beat Charity. World charity in one place. Donate to your favorite charity. Fully transparent, easy access. BeCharity.io. Check out BeCharity.io today and tell them that good old Crypto the Wonder Dog sent you.